The story of the Pacific coast began millions of years ago, when the Pacific plate collided and slid beneath the North American continent. Earthquakes, volcanoes, and relentless movement gave birth to coastal mountain ranges and dramatic cliffs. This is a land where nature wrote an epic in fire, stone, and ocean. Over time, sea winds, rivers, and rain carved into the hard rock, creating breathtaking shapes, from hidden waterfalls deep in forests to endless stretches of sandy beaches. Every canyon and boulder carries the mark of millennia. The Pacific coast is a testament to the patience and wonder of time. On land and beneath the waves, life flourishes. Gray whales migrate through these waters each season. Kelp forests sway in the turquoise depths. Onshore, bears, deer, and eagles share a vibrant ecosystem. This is one of the most biologically diverse regions on Earth. For thousands of years, indigenous tribes have lived here in harmony with nature. They told stories through totem poles, weaving myths of sea, forest, and ancestral spirits. That cultural legacy still lives on in language, rituals, and their deep connection to the world around them. You could stand for hours by the shore, saying nothing, just watching the waves roll in, the wind sweep through your hair, and light dance across the sea. The Pacific coast isn't just beautiful to the eyes, it's a feeling of peace, of vastness, of being small in the presence of something great. Today, the Pacific coast draws millions of travelers, photographers, and seekers of quiet wonder. Yet beyond the trails, cliffs, and ancient woods, the echoes of history and untamed nature remain. This is a living legend, ever-changing, yet never losing the magic it was born with. Welcome to Hoh Rainforest, one of the last remaining temperate rainforests in North America. As you enter, it feels like stepping into another world. Everything is draped in green moss, light filters through thick canopies, and the air is rich with the scent of earth, rain, and life. Every raindrop here is a gift of life. With over 140 inches of rainfall each year, Hoh Rainforest becomes a haven for hundreds of species, trees, ferns, fungi, and tiny organisms. The forest never sleeps. It breathes, it grows, it transforms every hour. As you journey deeper, you'll find towering Sitka spruces, Douglas firs, and red cedars, some rising over 300 feet and living for thousands of years. Each trunk stands like a pillar of time, bearing witness to Earth's changes through the ages. Moss covers everything: tree trunks, stones, even fallen branches. It cloaks the forest in a living, damp, and gentle green blanket. This isn't just plant life, it's the soul of Hoh, quiet and ever-present. Here, you won't hear traffic, noise, or haste. Instead, it's the sound of dripping water, the wind whispering through leaves, and your own footsteps on soft ground. That silence, it gives the forest its sacred feel. Flowing through the forest is the glacial-fed Hoh River, born from the melting ice of the Olympic Mountains. Its waters are cold, powerful, and patient, like a heartbeat in the heart of the forest. It carries life and the memory of mountains. Here, death is not an end. Fallen trees become nurse logs, nurturing the next generation, growing from their trunks. Life never truly stops. It's a symphony of old and new, of legacy and beginning. Hoh Rainforest isn't just a place. It's a living testament to nature's power, a vibrant treasure in a modern world. When you leave, you don't just remember the sights. You carry the feeling that nature is always greater than we imagine. Ruby Beach, one of the jewels of Washington's coast. As you step onto the sand, mist drifts across the rocky shore. Waves crash endlessly, and driftwood lines the beach like sculptures. It's a place where nature remains untouched and wild. What defines Ruby Beach are its sea stacks, massive rock towers rising from the ocean like ancient guardians. Each one is a symbol of strength and solitude, standing tall through years of storms and tides. Ruby Beach never looks the same twice. In the early morning, the soft light gives it a dreamlike quality. At sunset, the sky explodes in hues of pink, orange, and purple, like someone is painting the ocean with light. A clear stream winds its way across the beach, flowing gently into the vast ocean. Where fresh water meets salt water, two worlds merge. You could sit for hours here, listening to the gentle trickle and watching time pass. Despite its wild feel, Ruby Beach teems with life. Tiny crabs scuttle across the rocks, seabirds cry overhead, and seaweed curls around your feet. Each small creature plays its part in the symphony of the sea. When you leave Ruby Beach, you don't just carry photos, you carry a feeling. A sense of a place untouched, where nature still whispers its ancient tales. It's a pause in time, and perhaps the beginning of your love for the wild. Cape Flattery marks the northwesternmost point of the continental United States. Here, the land ends and the vast Pacific stretches endlessly to the horizon. Strong winds, crashing waves, and mythic scenery make every visitor feel small in the face of nature's majesty. The cliffs of Cape Flattery have been sculpted over millions of years by wind and sea. They rise steep and rugged, each layer telling a story of time. Peering down into the turquoise water, you can almost see the ocean breathing. To reach Cape Flattery, you'll hike through lush forest trails lined with roots and the scent of damp earth. It's not the easiest path, but every step brings you closer to where the land meets sea, poetically and powerfully. In the distance lies Untouched Island, with its solitary lighthouse standing for over a century. Though no longer active, it remains a symbol of this place, quiet, steadfast, and echoing tales of ancient voyages. Cape Flattery isn't just rock and surf. It's home to bald eagles, seals, and countless seabirds. They soar along cliffs, bask on rocks, and bring life to a place that might otherwise seem remote and desolate. Quiz time. Do you know which island the Cape Flattery Lighthouse sits on? A. Whidbey Island. B. Untouched Island. C. San Juan Island. D. Bainbridge Island. Comment your answer below. And if you love nature adventures, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you won't miss what's next. Cape Flattery lies within the lands of the Makah people, an indigenous tribe who have lived here for thousands of years. To them, the sea is not just sustenance, but spirit. Visiting Cape Flattery is stepping into sacred ground shaped by ancient culture. Cape Flattery may be the farthest west you can go in the mainland US, but for many, it's a beginning of their love for nature, for solitude, and for journeys that never truly end. It's not just a place to see, it's a place to feel. Cape Kiwanda is a coastal gem along the Oregon shore, where waves, sand, and wind unite to sculpt a natural masterpiece. Known for its fiery orange sandstone cliffs, it stuns visitors from the very first glance. The sandstone at Cape Kiwanda isn't just stunning, it's alive with change. Each gust of wind and crashing wave sculpts new shapes in the rock, as if nature is endlessly carving her own masterpiece. Here, you truly feel the power of the Pacific. Towering waves crash against the cliffs with thunderous force, echoing through the cove. It's the voice of the ocean, wild, relentless, and utterly real. Just offshore lies Haystack Rock, a massive monolith rising from the sea. Though silent, it holds powerful symbolism, a timeless icon etched into the memory of everyone who visits Cape Kiwanda. Cape Kiwanda isn't just for looking, it's for playing. Towering sand dunes invite you to climb, then race or slide down with laughter. A little wild, a little daring, it's freedom that makes you feel like a kid again. At sunset, Cape Kiwanda becomes pure magic. The sun dips behind Haystack Rock, painting the sky and sea in fiery shades of red, orange, and gold. It's a moment that makes you pause, breathe deeply, and never forget. San Simeon, a small coastal town in California where mountains, sea, and history intertwine. Modest in size, yet home to one of America's grandest landmarks and most breathtaking coastal views. Perched high above the Pacific stands Hearst Castle, a lavish estate built by newspaper tycoon William Randolph Hearst. With over 100 rooms, Roman-style pools, and European gardens, it feels straight out of a fairy tale. San Simeon lies along Highway 1, one of the world's most scenic coastal drives. From here, you can admire towering cliffs, foamy surf, and golden sunsets that light up the sea. San Simeon's beach is peaceful, with soft sand, clear waters, and seabirds gliding overhead. It's the perfect place for a stroll, a photo, or simply sitting still and listening to the ocean's rhythm. Just minutes from town is Piedras Blancas, home to hundreds of elephant seals lounging on the sand. These massive creatures can weigh up to 4,000 pounds and are one of San Simeon's most incredible natural sights. The Piedras Blancas lighthouse, built in the 19th century, still stands strong against sea winds and time. More than a beacon for ships, it's a proud symbol of this coastal region. San Simeon isn't just a getaway, it's where nature meets cultural legacy. The stories of the past, the endless beauty, and the peace in the air make it a destination you'll never forget. Located on California's central coast, Morro Bay is a small seaside town full of quiet charm. In the early morning, the bay is covered in a thin veil of mist, creating a peaceful, dreamlike atmosphere where time seems to slow down. The most iconic feature here is Morro Rock, a massive volcanic plug nearly 600 feet tall, formed over 23 million years ago. Known as the Guardian of the Bay, it rises boldly between sky and sea, a sacred symbol of the region. Morro Rock is part of the Nine Sisters, a chain of ancient volcanic peaks stretching from San Luis Obispo to the ocean. Over millions of years, erosion and shifting plates left behind these stone sentinels, telling stories of Earth's primal past. Morro Bay is where the Estero River meets the Pacific, forming a unique estuary of tidal marshes, mudflats, and eelgrass beds. It's a haven for migratory birds, fish, and marine creatures, a vibrant cradle of life. The Morro Bay harbor is full of life. Fishing boats return with their catch, seagulls swoop in for scraps, and visitors stroll along the docks under soft sun. It's more than scenic, it's real coastal life, simple and genuine. Seals and sea otters are some of Morro Bay's most beloved residents. You'll spot them lounging on floating docks, drifting lazily in the waves, or diving for clams. They bring warmth and charm to the coastal waters. As the sun sets behind Morro Rock, the sky ignites in reds, oranges, and purples. Everything falls still, save for the sound of waves and shimmering reflections on the water. It's a moment that takes your breath away and stays with you forever. Morro Bay isn't loud or flashy, but it feels complete. Here, people don't conquer nature. They live with it, understand it, and love it. It's a place where time slows down so you can truly live. Bandon is a coastal town on Oregon's western edge, known for its surreal sea stacks rising from the ocean. Waves crash against the rocks day and night, crafting a landscape that feels both wild and mystical. The sea stacks of Bandon are remnants of ancient sedimentary rock, carved by the sea over millions of years. Wind, water, and time have sculpted these formations into shapes you won't see anywhere else. Face Rock is Bandon's most iconic formation, shaped like a woman's face looking skyward. Local legend says it's a princess turned to stone, forever gazing at the stars. At sunset, golden light spills across the sand and sea stacks. Bandon turns surreal, like a slow-moving dream that leaves a soft echo in your heart. Walking along Bandon Beach, you hear the waves and wind and feel your smallness beside such vast beauty. All your worries fade in the rhythm of the sea. Bandon is quiet, uncrowded, just the sea, the rocks, and an endless sky. It's a place to hear nature, slow down, and find yourself in the silence. Rialto Beach lies within Olympic National Park, where waves crash against black rock and massive driftwood logs stretch across the sand. It's a raw, untouched world, like nature before civilization. Offshore, sea stacks rise boldly from the ocean, carved by millennia of erosion. They stand like timeless monuments, silent witnesses to the endless motion of the sea. A highlight here is Hole in the Wall, a natural arch at the end of a coastal trail. At low tide, you can walk through it, as if entering another world shaped by sea and stone. The crash of waves, wind through the trees, and seabirds calling, it's a natural symphony. Rialto Beach isn't just for seeing, it's for listening, for feeling every sound around you. Rialto Beach gives you distance from the modern world. It's just you, nature, and the deep stillness all around. A place to restore your spirit and never forget. Big Sur is one of the world's most stunning coastal drives. Along the Pacific Coast Highway, towering cliffs embrace the deep blue ocean, raw, powerful, and quietly majestic. Big Sur was formed by millions of years of tectonic activity. The Santa Lucia Mountains plunge into the Pacific, creating rugged terrain where nature still reigns supreme. Bixby Bridge stretches gracefully across a deep canyon, an iconic structure that feels less like a road and more like a tribute to wild beauty and human design. McWay Falls is Big Sur's hidden jewel, a 24-meter waterfall cascading directly onto the beach. It flows year-round, a rare, quiet spectacle of untouched nature. Big Sur offers more than coastline. Its oak groves, redwood forests, and mist drifting through the valleys. The scenery shifts with light and weather, like a living painting. Every curve unveils a new view: deep blue sea, drifting clouds, and dramatic cliffs. Driving through Big Sur feels like floating through a dream, unhurried, limitless. Big Sur lacks strong cell signal and city noise, just wind, birds, and waves. The silence reminds you what it means to truly feel alive. San Francisco blends the old and the new, steep hills, pastel-painted wooden homes, and morning fog that wraps the city in mystery. It's the perfect harmony of nature and urban charm. The Golden Gate Bridge is more than engineering. It's a symbol of hope. Stretching across the bay in striking orange-red, it greets everyone seeking a new beginning. Born from the gold rush in 1849, San Francisco grew from a tiny fishing village into California's cultural and economic heart. Today, it thrives as a cradle of tech and innovation. San Francisco's cable cars aren't just transport, they're living icons. Each bell's ding-ding echoes with nostalgia, reminding us of the city's golden age. Shrouded in fog sits Alcatraz, once home to America's most infamous criminals. Today, it's a mysterious attraction, telling stories of crime, punishment, and daring escapes. From vibrant Chinatown to artistic cafes in the Mission District, San Francisco is a mosaic of cultures. Every street carries flavors languages, and unique stories. Amid the city's buzz, San Francisco stays green, with Golden Gate Park, Twin Peaks, and breezy coastlines. There's something about San Francisco that lingers. The strange golden light at dusk, the drifting fog, the feeling of freedom on its hills. Once you've been, you'll always want to return. Malibu Pier is more than a dock. It's a symbol of the California lifestyle. Surrounded by deep blue seas and golden sunshine, it invites you into a world of freedom and serenity. Built in the early 1900s, Malibu Pier once served as a shipping dock. Over time, it transformed into a beloved spot for ocean lovers and history seekers alike. With white wooden roofs, weathered posts, and rustic cafes, Malibu Pier carries a nostalgic charm, where time seems to slow down, letting you savor each moment. Malibu is a surfer's paradise, known for its long, rideable waves. Beneath the pier, surfers dance with the rhythm of the sea, their boards slicing through the sunlit water. As the sun sets, Malibu Pier glows in hues of orange and gold. Everything quiets, and you'll find yourself pausing, watching the ocean drink the last light of day. Gentle waves, calling gulls, and distant guitar chords blend into a melody unique to Malibu Pier. Soft, soulful, unforgettable. In a fast-moving world, Malibu Pier is where you slow down, breathe deep, and listen to yourself. Every step on its wooden boards brings you closer to calm. Have you ever walked Malibu Pier at sunrise or sunset? If not, add it to your dream list. Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more journeys ahead. Cannon Beach is one of the most stunning beaches in America. With its endless soft sand and the iconic Haystack Rock rising from the ocean, it leaves visitors breathless with its wild and majestic beauty. Standing over 70 meters tall, Haystack Rock is home to seabirds and rare marine life. When the tide recedes, a hidden ecosystem emerges, like a secret world beneath your feet. The name Cannon comes from a 19th century shipwrecked cannon that washed ashore. Each wave seems to whisper tales of the sea, mysterious, powerful, and endlessly fascinating. Cannon Beach transforms with every season. Summer brings warm, golden light. Winter brings mist and crashing waves. Each moment feels like a living painting, vivid and ever-changing. At Cannon Beach, you don't just admire the view. You slow down, listen to the waves, and rediscover yourself in the vastness of nature. Sunrise or sunset, a quiet walk alone, or a moment with loved ones. Share the moment you dream of at Cannon Beach. And don't forget to follow us for more magical destinations ahead. Welcome to Morro Rock, a massive volcanic plug standing nearly 180 meters tall in the heart of Morro Bay. It's a majestic symbol of California, where nature whispers tales from millions of years ago. Morro Rock is one of the Nine Sisters remnants of ancient volcanic activity. Every crack and ridge tells the story of Earth's fiery past and its slow transformation through time. For thousands of years, the Chumash people considered Morro Rock sacred, a site of ritual and legend. It's more than stone. It holds the memory of an ancient culture. Atop Morro Rock, bald eagles and peregrine falcons nest safely. It's a protected sanctuary, a home for creatures that embody freedom and power. As the afternoon sun descends, Morro Rock glows like a golden monument. Gentle waves lap at its base, creating a scene both grand and serene. From the shore, Morro Bay feels like a living painting. Silent boats drifting, morning mist rising, and Morro Rock anchoring it all with striking presence. At Morro Rock, you don't just see, you feel. A walk by the bay, a coffee with ocean views, or simply standing still and taking it in, all become unforgettable moments. Carmel is unlike anywhere else. Cobblestone streets, storybook cottages, and a deep artistic spirit make this town feel like it stepped out of a fairy tale. It's where peace and creativity quietly meet. Founded by artists, writers, and actors after the 1906 San Francisco earthquake, Carmel isn't just a town. It's a community built on beauty, story, and soul. Carmel's cottages feel like storybook homes, sloped roofs, curling chimneys, ivy-covered walls. There are no street addresses here, just magical corners inviting you to wander. Walk down to Carmel Beach and the blue Pacific opens before you. Soft white sand, gentle waves, this is where you let everything go and just breathe. With over 100 art galleries, Carmel is a living museum. From oil paintings to handcrafted ceramics, each space tells its own quiet, beautiful story. Wandering Carmel, you'll find cozy cafes, bookshops with the scent of old pages, and antique stores frozen in time. Every step feels like a discovery. Carmel never rushes. In autumn, mist lingers over the sea. In spring, wildflowers bloom along quiet paths. Every moment here is slow, tender, poetic. Venice Beach is a world of color and energy. It's not just blue waves and white sands, it's an open stage for creativity, freedom, and bold self-expression. From massive graffiti murals to spontaneous sidewalk shows, Venice is the beating heart of street art. Here, every wall has something to say. Along the boardwalk, dancers, painters, and musicians share their stories in real time. Venice doesn't need a theater. Its streets are the stage. At Muscle Beach, bodybuilders showcase strength under the sun and applause. It's not just a gym, it's a symbol of bold California spirit. Away from the buzz, you'll find peaceful canals that feel like a piece of Italy. This is the romantic side of Venice, where wooden bridges and blooming gardens line the quiet water. Mission Bay isn't a natural bay. It's a man-made masterpiece. Once a marshland, it was transformed into a vast coastal playground where nature and human vision exist in harmony. In the mid-20th century, San Diego began reshaping wild marshlands into Mission Bay Park, an epic coastal redevelopment that now features trails, beaches, and marinas. Every morning, the calm bay reflects the golden sunrise, casting a soft peace over the water. Seabirds call, breezes whisper. Mission Bay becomes a living watercolor. With over 27 miles of shoreline, Mission Bay is perfect for everything: walking, biking, paddleboarding, or simply relaxing. It's welcoming for families, yet peaceful for solitude seekers. Within Mission Bay lie smaller islands like Fiesta Island and Vacation Isle, each with its own charm. Camp, picnic, or simply watch the sunset across a wide open sky. Though man-made, Mission Bay supports rich marine and bird life. Preserves like the Kendall Frost Marsh safeguard precious biodiversity within this coastal haven. Mission Bay is more than a playground. It's a lesson in eco-conscious urban planning. Open designs, lush greenery, and sustainable infrastructure make it a vision of tomorrow's cities. Few places are like Mission Bay, where beauty wasn't gifted by nature, but shaped by human vision, patience, and a love for the sea. If you ever doubt what we can build, this place is proof. Sitting quietly in the gray-blue waters of San Francisco Bay, Alcatraz was once a symbol of isolation and absolute control. From afar, it looks like an unbreakable fortress where no one wanted to go and no one could leave. Originally built as a military fort in the mid-1800s, Alcatraz became a federal prison in 1934. It housed some of America's most infamous criminals, like Al Capone and Birdman Stroud. Ironically, Alcatraz offers stunning views of San Francisco. But for prisoners, that beauty was a cruel reminder. Freedom was just a few miles away, yet completely unreachable. Though considered inescapable, Alcatraz recorded 14 escape attempts. The most famous, 3 inmates who vanished on a homemade raft in 1962, remains an unsolved mystery to this day. Today, Alcatraz is one of San Francisco's most visited landmarks. People come not just for history, but to feel the cold, heavy air that still whispers with the past. What would you feel stepping inside a cell that once held America's most dangerous criminals? Share your thoughts about Alcatraz, and don't forget to subscribe for more mysterious places around the world. Rising above San Francisco's skyline, Coit Tower is a striking yet graceful landmark. Perched atop Telegraph Hill, it offers sweeping views of the bay, from the Golden Gate Bridge to Alcatraz Island. Coit Tower was built in 1933. It was funded by the legacy of Lily Hitchcock Coit, a woman who deeply loved San Francisco and especially admired its firefighters. That's why the tower resembles a fire hose nozzle. Inside the tower lies a treasure of murals. They were painted by over 25 artists during the Great Depression. These vivid scenes of American life, labor, politics, and culture are raw, real, and deeply moving. At the tower's summit, history meets nature. Wild green and red parrots flutter around Telegraph Hill. They add unexpected life and color to the urban landscape. Nearly a century old, Coit Tower still stands elegant and proud. It's a must-see destination in San Francisco. It's more than a tower, it's a piece of the city's soul. How would it feel to watch the sunset from Coit Tower with the city glowing beneath you? Share your thoughts and don't forget to follow the channel for more cultural landmarks like this. Our journey along the West Coast has come to an end. But the beauty of beaches, cliffs, and winding coastlines lingers in our hearts. Each place wasn't just a stop, it was a living memory. Which place spoke to you the most? A wild beach? A lonely lighthouse? Or the sound of waves beneath a sea stack? Each of us brings back something different. Share your feeling with us. You're not just a viewer, you're part of this journey. Every imagined step, every place we visited, becomes part of the story we create together. There are still countless wonders in the world waiting to be discovered. Let's keep exploring, where every breeze and every ray of light holds something magical. If you love this journey, hit subscribe so you won't miss our next breathtaking destination. And share this video. Someone out there might be needing a little journey of the soul too.